मुदाकरातमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम् मुदाकरातमोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतंसकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते वदैत्यकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिते वदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं नमामि तं विनायकं नमामि तं विनायकम् तेतरातिभीकरं नवोदितार्कभास्वरं नमत्सुरारिनिर्जरं नताधिकापदुद्धरम् न तेतरातिभीकरं नवोदितार्कभास्वरं नमत्सुरारिनिर्जरं नताधिकापदुद्धरम् सुरेश्वरं निधीश्वरं गजेश्वरं गणेश्वरं सुरेश्वरं निधीश्वरं गजेश्वरं गणेश्वरं महेश्वरं तमाश्रये परात्परं निरन्तरं महेश्वरं तमाश्रये परात्परं निरन्तरं परात्परं निरन्तरं परात्परं निरन्तरम् समस्तलोकशङ्करं निरस्तदैत्यकुञ्जरं दरेतरोदरं वरं वरे भवत्रमक्षरम् समस्तलोकशङ्करं निरस्तदैत्यकुञ्जरं दरेतरोदरं वरं वरे भवत्रमक्षरम् कृपाकरं क्षमाकरं मुदाकरं यशस्करं कृपाकरं क्षमाकरं मुदाकरं यशस्करं मनस्करं नमस्कृतां नमस्करोमि भास्वरं मनस्करं नमस्कृतां नमस्करोमि भास्वरं नमस्करोमि भास्वरं नमस्करोमि भास्वरम् नार्तिमार्जनं चिरन्तनोक्तिभाजनं पुरारिपूर्वनन्दनं सुरारिगर्वचर्वणम् अकिञ्चनार्तिमार्जनं चिरन्तनोक्तिभाजनं पुरारिपूर्वनन्दनं सुरारिगर्वचर्वणम् प्रपञ्चनाशभीषणं धनञ्जयादिभूषणं प्रपञ्चनाशभीषणं धनञ्जयादिभूषणं कपोलदानवारणं भजे पुराणवारणं कपोलदानवारणं भजे पुराणवारणं भजे पुराणवारणं भजे पुराणवारणम् नितान्तकान्तदन्तकान्तिमन्तकान्तकात्मजम् अचिन्त्यरूपमन्तहीनमन्तराय कृन्तनम् नितान्तकान्तदन्तकान्तिमन्तकान्तकात्मजम् अचिन्त्यरूपमन्तहीनमन्तराय कृन्तनम् हृदन्तरे निरन्तरं वसन्तमेव योगिनां हृदन्तरे निरन्तरं वसन्तमेव योगिनां तमेकदन्तमेव तं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततं तमेकदन्तमेव तं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततं विचिन्तयामि सन्ततम् गणेश पञ्चरत्नमादरेण योन्वहं प्रजल्पति प्रभातके कृते स्मरन् गणेश्वरम् महागणेश पञ्चरत्नमादरेण योन्वहं प्रजल्पति प्रभातके कृते स्मरन् गणेश्वरम् अरोगतामदोषतां सुसाहिती सुपुत्रतामरोगतामदोषतां सुसाहिती सुपुत्रतां समाहितायुरष्टभूतिमभ्युपैति सोचिरात् समाहितायुरष्टभूतिमभ्युपैति सोचिरात् मुदाकरात्मोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतं सकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम् मुदाकरात्मोदकं सदा विमुक्तिसाधकं कलाधरावतं सकं विलासिलोकरक्षकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिदेवदैत्यकम् अनायकैकनायकं विनाशिदेवदैत्यकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं नताशुभाशुनाशकं नमामि तं विनायकं नमामि तं विनायकं नमामि तं विनायकम्
జై శ్రీమతాజీ. ఈ ప్రాతకాల సమయ ధ్యానానికి అందరికీ స్వాగతం అండి. నెమ్మదిగా మన రెండు చేతులు భూమాత మీద ఉంచుతామండి. శ్రీ ఆది భూమి దేవి సాక్షాత్ మంత్రం తీసుకుందాం. త్వమేవ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆది భూమి దేవి సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి మాతాజీ శ్రీ నిర్మలా దేవ్యై నమో నమః. ఈ భూమి మాత, దయచేసి మమ్మల్ని క్షమించండి అమ్మా. మా పాదాలతో మిమ్మల్ని తాకుతున్నందుకు మమ్మల్ని క్షమించండి అమ్మా. ఈ భూమి మాత, మాలోని ఉన్న కుండలిని శక్తి సహస్రారమునకు చేరుటకు వస్తున్న అవరోధములన్నిటినీ తీసివేసి మమ్మల్ని ఈ ధ్యానముకు సిద్ధం చేయండి అమ్మా. రెండు చేతులు మాతాజీ గారు చూపిస్తాం. మనం అందరం ఇప్పుడు శ్రీ మాతాజీ గారికి ప్రణామం చేసుకుందాం. కలెక్టివ్ బంధన్. మూడు మహామంత్రాలు తర్వాత శ్రీ గణేష్ని మంత్రం.
श्री निर्मला
యశ్వంతజీ ప్రాతకాల ధ్యానం చెప్పుకుందామండి.
संस्फुरात्मतत्वं सच्चित् सुखं परमहंस गतिं तुरीयं यत् स्वप्न जागर सुषुप्त मवैति नित्यं तद् ब्रह्म निष्कलमहं न च भूत संगा. अर्थ कळला का?
చిత్తం లెఫ్ట్ ఆజ్ఞ మీద శ్రీ మహావీర సాక్షాత్ మంత్రం తీసుకుందాం. ఓం త్వమేవ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ మహావీర సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి మాతాజీ శ్రీ నిర్మలా దేవ్యై నమో నమః. శ్రీమాతాజీ, నిశ్చయముగా మీరే శ్రీ మహావీర. దయచేసి నా ప్రతికూల జ్ఞాపకాలన్నిటినీ మరియు సామూహిక ఉపచేతన నుండి వచ్చే వాటి ప్రభావాలను నాశనం చేయండి. నాలో ప్రత్యహంకారాన్ని సృష్టించే ప్రతికూల శక్తిను నాశనం చేయండి అమ్మా. నెమ్మదిగా చిత్తాన్ని మన రైట్ ఆజ్ఞాచక్రం మీద ఉంచుతామండి. శ్రీ గౌతమ్ బుద్ధ సాక్షాత్ మంత్రం తీసుకు. ఓం త్వమేవ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ గౌతమ్ బుద్ధ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి మాతాజీ శ్రీ నిర్మలా దేవ్యై నమో నమః. శ్రీమాతాజీ, నిశ్చయముగా మీరే శ్రీ గౌతమ్ బుద్ధమ్మ. దయచేసి నన్ను అహం మరియు కోరికలు లేని వ్యక్తిగా మారకుండా నిరోధించే అన్ని ప్రతికూలతలను నాశనం చేయండి అమ్మా. చిత్తం ఆజ్ఞాచక్రం శ్రీ యేసు సాక్షాత్ ॐ तमेव साक्षात् श्रीसु साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। श्री माताजी साक्षात మీరే శ్రీ యేసు అమ్మ. నన్ను వెనక్కి నెట్టివేసి నన్ను క్షమించే వ్యక్తిగా గాను సహనశీల వ్యక్తిగాను ఉండకుండా చేస్తున్న అన్ని ప్రతికూలతలను దయచేసి నాశనం చేయండి అమ్మా. చిత్తం ఏకాగ్యం శ్రీ మహాగణేశ సాక్షాత్. ఓం తమేవ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ మహాగణేశ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి మాతాజీ శ్రీ నిర్మలా దేవ్యై నమో నమః. శ్రీ మాతాజీ నిశ్చయముగా మీరే శ్రీ మహాగణేశమ్మ. దయచేసి కుండలిని మాతను నా తల, మెదడు మరియు మనస్సును శుభ్రపరచడానికి అనుమతించని నా తల వెనుక భాగంలోని అన్ని ప్రతికూలతలను నాశనం చేయండి. దయచేసి నా గత పనుల్లోనూ నా జ్ఞాపకాలలోనూ పేరుకుపోయిన అన్ని ప్రతికూలతలను నాశనం చేయండి. చిత్తం సహస్రారం శ్రీ నిర్విచార స్వామిని మంత్రం తీసుకుందాం. ఓం త్వమేవ సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ నిర్విచార స్వామిని సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి మాతాజీ శ్రీ నిర్మలా దేవ్యై నమో నమః. శ్రీమాతజీ, దయచేసి మాకు బ్రహ్మానందం యొక్క అనుభూతిని ప్రసాదించండి అమ్మా. జై శ్రీమాతాజీ. మనమందరం ఇప్పుడు శ్రీమాతాజీ గారి అమృతవాణి విందామండి.
Today we are going to worship Sri Ganesha. It's a very opportune time today, I feel, where the innocence, especially in the European and American countries, is under attack. There's no respect of the innocence, no value for the innocence. They don't understand how important it is for human life to have innocence being respected within themselves and also without. The human life is different from that of animal life. Animals are controlled all the time, or we can say they are under a complete imprisonment, you can say, under the will of Lord Sahaja. That's why it's called as Pashupati. But human beings have been given freedom to choose their asset, to choose the right, to choose the truth. Only through innocence they can achieve that. Can you remove this one from here, because people can't see me, I think. Sorry. Only the innocence is the source of joy. Without innocence, you cannot enjoy anything fully. This innocence is today completely under challenge. And to finish the innocence in a very subtle way, there are very negative, cruel, criminal type of people who are working it out. Their minds, if you say possessed, it doesn't look like that. Because otherwise, they are quite intelligent. They are also, in a way, creative of horrible things. So you can't say they are not intelligent. But from where do they get this knowledge of creating something so horrifying? In this Kali Yuga, as in Sahaja, everybody can take birth. There's freedom. It was not before, so much so that all kinds of evil people have taken birth on this earth. These evil people generate evil thoughts, and people catch them and get moving with it. Even a good person can get swayed by it. Even a saint can get swayed by it. So these forces of evil, the forces which are working out today, are coming basically from these horrible people. Firstly, they might have come as false gurus, teaching something nonsensical, like Rajneesh. Then from some philosophers like Freud, who is still accepted in some countries as a great philosopher. And still some psychologists worship him as God. This Freudian knowledge was accepted without even thinking why Freud did that. Freud was a Jew, and he found that many Christians tortured the Jews in America. This is another antichrist activity. And when they tortured the Jews, this fellow thought that better to make them immoral, destroy their innocence. I don't know if he could understand to that point. And he started theories which were so shocking that normally any sensible person would never have accepted it. But so many people accepted in America to begin. In America, people take to anything very easily, which is absurd, which is stupid. I don't know why. There was special liking for such things. If Freud had come to India, they would have cut him into 100 pieces, I tell you, and thrown in the Arabic Sea. They could not have borne this idea the way he had insulted the mother and her love for her child, the purity of her love. But Jews did not accept him, surprisingly. Jews did not accept. It's the Christians who accepted his idea and started destroying, displeasing Shri Ganesh. First of all, we have to understand we are born in a very precarious, dangerous times. At the time of Christ, there were very few people who followed him, and they didn't understand much about Kundalini either. They had no knowledge. They had no knowledge that Christ was the incarnation of Shri Ganesh. But in the Christian countries only you find the insult of Christ, the insult of innocence, openly done, sometimes legally accepted. So when we are born under such horrible circumstances, we have to build up a great force ourselves of spirituality. When I came today, there was no breeze, no leaf was moving, but we were singing songs and tremendous breeze was coming from you all. And that made me understand that this divine force has come into being. It is there. It's working. Not only that, but it's very powerful. Normally, breeze doesn't come to me, it goes the other way around. But it was such a tremendous breeze that I had to hold somebody's hand and not a leaf was moving. So, this collective force that you have, you must remember you have to fight it, not to run away. Don't escape it. You have to fight it and you have to prove that innocence is to be respected. Adi Shakti first made Shri Ganesh. It was the first deity was created. Why? Because she wanted to fill the whole atmosphere with Chaitanya, with holiness, with auspiciousness. It is still there. It's still everywhere you can feel Chaitanya is working. But it does not penetrate into the modern minds. Because modern mind doesn't know what is innocence is. They have no idea at all about innocence. The way they are going on everywhere is really something never happened on this earth. So, with the innocence comes moral life. Morality is the expression of innocence. Innocence shows a person that he is incapable of being immoral. Once I had gone to visit a ship. I was coming out in the customs. When I was coming in the customs, they said, "Did you get anything from the ship?" I said, "Yes, of course." They were shocked to know. "What did you get?" "Some cheese. And we ate also. And we have some cheese with us." "What else?" "Some books." "Books? You're not supposed to get any books from there." I said, "Why not?" "So you have to pay customs." I said, "All right. How much do we have to pay customs?" "You didn't read any rule about it?" I said, "No." I was innocent. I never read anything that you have to pay money for books also. He said, "No, no, you're joking. Go." They thought this woman is so simple. She doesn't. I was the wife of the chairman of shipping corporation, going in a very big car, and they couldn't understand this woman is so simple that she's saying she has taken some cheese and she has taken some books. All these laws and regulations people bind, they have also come from our idea of dharma. But the root of dharma is innocence. All laws are made to protect the innocent, not to punish only the criminals, but to protect the innocent person. So if somebody is proved to be innocent, your innocence protects you. I've seen many a times in my life, because I'm so simple, I should say, that I had no problem, never, of anything. This is a kind of a very powerful vibrations that come from an innocent person, like from small children. Small children, if you see their vibrations, 100 grown-up surgeries may not have the vibrations of a little one. I can tell you this one. But once they start growing, then they become very intelligent, very grown up, matured, and as if they have lost their innocence. This is no growth, according to me. According to me, this is the death of innocence. To be cunning, to be clever, to be very intelligent, so called, it is very self deceptive. For that, there is one blessing also. All those who have committed such mistakes have to ask forgiveness from Sadashiva or from the Adishakti. But Ganesha doesn't forgive. That is one thing wrong with him. He doesn't forgive. If you have hurt him, he'll hit you back. As a result, now we have diseases like AIDS, all other horrible diseases that you have, which are called as secret diseases. They are all because of the wrath of Sri Ganesh. Immoral life that people have been leading as if they have a permission from God Almighty to do what they like. People are so proud, such vanity, that they think whatever they do, after all, what? Nothing can happen to them. With all these things happening in this world, people are still taking to immorality. Very openly, boastfully. And I've seen that people who are elite, I've now been with the elite people, they crack such dirty jokes and they are so overly smart that you just can't bear their company. They are worse than the loafers on the street sometimes. So this disease has spread among older people more than among younger people, among children. So I think the people are now jealous of the little children. Otherwise, why should they attack younger children? What do they get out of them? In this jealous attitude, they try to attack in a very dirty, funny manner. Then Sri Ganesh, he will never forgive these people. Never, never, never. First of all, he'll expose them and he will punish them for 7 lives. 7 lives, their families will be cursed. And 7 lives, they themselves will be cursed. That is his commandment. But if his mother says, all right, forgive, or the father says, all right, forgive, he obeys. He obeys his mother absolutely. Never questions. Never questions. Never answers back. Whatever is told, though he is in command of all the Ganas, he is Ganadisha. But before his mother, he is just like a little baby. He doesn't challenge the mother. Even if the mother tries to test him or tries to get puzzled, he never doubt her. In her Maya, he cannot fall. He cannot fall into her Maya because he's so innocent. He's like a churned out butter out of the buttermilk. So this butter can never get dissolved back. In the same way, this child, which is pure innocence, never can be contaminated by the Maya of the mother. Maya is the process by which you test people. You have to test them. See, these days people are so clever, so intelligent, that it is beyond even Adi Shakti, beyond any Shakti, the way they try to cheat. So many have cheated me, but they're back in their seats again. That's done not by me, but by Shri. He's just standing on all the sides. If you try to do anything like that, she'll hit you hard. I can't help it. Now, this one came on this earth as our Lord Jesus Christ. Christ, I think, is more active than Shri Ganesha because Ganesha is fat, he has a big belly. I think it takes time to hit you. But this Christ, I don't know how he has hit people. All over the world, there are diseases. He has killed so many. He is the one who used to ask for forgiveness for the people who killed him. But he is so active, I've seen, that sometimes I tell people, don't talk ill of me, it's very dangerous. Don't talk against me. In a very secret manner, he exists. And the way he hits people is sometimes it's dangerous. Even my eyes get filled up with tears. So I have to control both sides. One is Sri Ganesha, another side is Christ. There are two other people, Saint Michael and Gabriel. We call them in Sanskrit language as Bhairava and Hanumana, and they incarnated as Buddha, Mahavira and Buddha. And the Buddhists are really, I tell you, are another kind of perverts. It was said, Buddha said that you should not get attached to anything. You shouldn't get attached to your money, to your wealth, to your family, to anyone. That time, the attachment was very great, must have been. And this attachment, he wanted them to remove from the minds of the people. You cannot. By removing your clothes, by wearing those saffron clothes, by shaving your heads, by walking bare feet, by torturing your body, you cannot. That's all outside. That's not real detachment. That's not Buddha. Neither Christ nor Mahavira. What they said that you should get detached from within. To get detached from within is very different than to get detached from outside. It's not how much you starve that you become Christ, or whether you move like Mahavira that you become like him, or you get saffron clothes like Buddha, you become Buddha. So what a misconception they have of whatever was taught to people. That was the time when it was the days of tapasya, of penance. And that's why they said to do penance is best is to get rid of all these things so you will develop deeper into your being. Even in the Christian religion, they started these nuns and what you call them, the fathers and the mothers and the nuns and all kinds of things. This is another artificial thing they started. By doing this, do you think you can become innocent? I have known nuns who are so horrible that you can't even look at them. They emit nothing but heat. And those priests, now we have heard about them, the way they are attacking the innocence of people. Buddhists are the worst, I should say, because they say renounce. Renounce everything. All right? Renounce and beg. So you renounce everything and beg for gold. What do you say to this kind of a contradiction? And we have there like Dalai Lama. He's a universal beggar. And people like it. People like if somebody is begging because their ego is pampered. Like he went to Los Angeles and all the actors and actresses had a very, very big conference and thought that by giving alms to this beggar, their innocence will come back. Can you believe such a story? Any sensible people has to understand that by giving alms, how can your innocence come back? And so this fellow was again given a lot of alms. He's got a lot of gold and he's really a goldy man, all the time collecting gold from here and gold from there and gold from. Such people, incarnations who came just to tell us to be detached, just to develop morality. If you are detached about your sex life, if you are detached about your financial side, if you are detached even from your country, then a detached personality of that kind will become innocent and there will be no quarrel. But it's happening the other way around now. Same in the Islam. Whatever was taught in the Islam is taken on the other side. It cannot be in any way where Muhammad Sahib was only insisting on morality. Any kind of immoral behavior he didn't want to have. He did say at that time you can marry more women because there are more women. But he never said you become prostitutes. You lead a life of sin. That was just a samayachar. That was only that time. That was the problem. He said, all right. For example, divorce was not allowed at a time. But in Sahaja Yoga, we do allow divorce. But I have seen that without divorce, they can't live. I mean, just an impossible situation. Because also women sometimes are extremely cruel, and men sometimes are extremely peevish. Under these circumstances, how can they be companions? More women are immoral in this matter, I should say. First, it was the men who used to do immorality. But not the women who are not only innocence but also Shakti, are trying to get into some sort of a shamelessness. No care of their own innocence. Their innocence is the Shakti. If a woman is not innocent, how can she have Shakti? If she is leading an immoral life, then her Shakti will be finished. Only her morality is her Shri Ganesha, which emits this purity in her. Now, I feel that the way people are pumping our heads with ideas, especially from Hollywood, we accept them. And we forget that we are just hurting Sri Ganesha. And he'll come back on us. It starts at a very low level when we start hating our children. The problem starts when we don't understand our children. I mean, in England, they say that 2 children are killed every week by parents. This kind of attitude towards children. First of all, they should not produce. If they have produced, then they are Shri Ganeshas. They have to respect, they have to love, and they have to encourage. But to spoil the children is also another kind of negative force, I think. Some people spoil their children. Ganesha can never be spoiled. You cannot spoil him because he is beyond Maya. But the way people run after their children sometimes is shocking. To them, that is the greatest achievement they have got, that they have a child. Even in a place like India, where it's an overpopulation. To them, their children are like, I don't know what, so attached. So this is a new attachment that has started, which also gives you a kind of an immoral life. Because you are Sajogis. For people who are Sajogis, all the children of the world are their own. Not only your own children whom you love. All of them are Shri Ganeshas. Of course, if there's somebody who is not a good child or you find it difficult, is all right. But otherwise, all the children of this world are your own children, and you have to love them as you would love your own children. Christ has said, love thy neighbor as thyself. I don't know why he said it, because in all Christian nations, neighbors are the biggest problem. Even here. So I say, love thy child, love other children as thy children. Let's start at that point, maybe after that. But normally, there are places where they won't allow you to take a flat because you have children. I mean, imagine. Only unmarried people or barren people can live there. And also compulsory is that you should not have any child. Even today you may not have child, but once you live there, you should not have any child. If you have a child, then you are ousted. Can you imagine? About only 30 years back, people had 12 children, 14 children. They were competing in that and lived very happily. And these days, the problem has become like this, that you should not have many children. Those who started the problem are having no children at all. Those who said should be controlled, see, anywhere in the West, the growth is minus. Who is doing that? Shri Ganesh. You don't want children? All right, don't have. Except for Sahajogis, nobody gets child. In this place, Mohan got his child first. So in the whole village, there was a celebration. There has been no child born here for years together. But then again, the problem is like this. When I say this, I find Sahajogis go to another extreme. They are stuck to their children. Stuck, actually, is the word. Which is very wrong. I'm not saying you should neglect your child in any way, or you should in any way beat them or trouble them, all this thing. You must love them in such a manner that they should know if they do anything wrong, they lose your love. Because for children, love is the most important thing. They should know this, what you don't like. You should tell them what you don't like. And you'll be amazed how children will not do anything that will make you unhappy with them. Now, that's a trick I think one has to learn. This is the best way to grow your children. I'll tell you a story of my own daughter. Went to Delhi and all the girls were having sleeveless blouses. So She asked me, I want to have sleeveless blouses. She was grown up, she was going to college. I said, all right, have it, whatever you like. They said, by the way, why don't you wear sleeveless? I said, I feel shy. Then why should you allow me? This is no criteria. Whatever I ask, you say yes to me. I'm not that grown up. Even my granddaughter, she was here. She asked me, Nani, why do you wear always blouses with sleeves? I said, do you know these are very important chakras? The most important chakras for our body. If you keep them open, these two or these two, then you'll have problems. My goodness, I must wear now full sleeve. Immediately they understood. So something deep, if you tell them, in a deep manner, which is respecting their innocence, they will improve. For example, a child comes, spoiled child, he does very well in the class and all that. Now, one way is to beat him up, shout at him, scold him. There's our one. Another simple thing is to talk to him. See, supposing you stand first, supposing you get good marks, you become a great man. How proud I will be. Everybody will be proud of you. But supposing you do not, then they'll think, oh, he's a useless fellow. He'll have to beg on the street. Immediately change. The handling of the children is very important.
జై శ్రీమాతాజీ. రెండు చేతులు జోడించి శ్రీ మాతాజీ గారిని ఈ విధంగా ప్రార్థిద్దామండి. పరం పూజ్య శ్రీ మాతాజీ, ఈ ప్రాతకాల ధ్యానాన్ని మా చేత ఇంత చక్కగా చేయించినందుకు, మాకు మీరు చైతన్యాన్ని పంచినందుకు మీకు కోటి 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 శతకోటి వందనాలమ్మ శ్రీ మాతాజీ. శ్రీ మాతాజీ, ఈ మొత్తం ప్రక్రియలో మాకు తెలిసి కానీ తెలియక కానీ ఏమైనా తప్పులు చేసుంటే దయచేసి మమ్మల్ని క్షమించండి అమ్మా. శ్రీ మాతాజీ, మీ యొక్క దయతో మేము అమాయకులం అమ్మ. శ్రీ మాతాజీ, మాకు శ్రీ గణేష్ని యొక్క అమాయకత్వమును మాలోని జాగృతి పరచండి అమ్మ. శ్రీ మాతాజీ, శ్రీ మాతాజీ, మిమ్మల్ని సాక్షాత్ శ్రీ ఆదిశక్తి రూపంలో పూజించుకునేటటువంటి అదృష్టాన్ని మా ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ కలెక్టివిటీకి ఇచ్చారమ్మ. శ్రీ మాతాజీ, శ్రీ మాతాజీ, మొత్తం ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ కలెక్టివ్ అంతా మీ యొక్క ప్రేమను అందరికీ పంచే విధముగా, అలాగే మీ పూజని మేమందరం ఒకే తాటి మీద ఏకత్వంతో అందరం కలెక్టివ్గా మీ యొక్క పూజను మీరు మెచ్చే విధంగా చేయడానికి వస్తున్న ఆటంకాలన్నిటినీ తీసివేసి మమ్మల్ని ఈ పూజ అత్యంత భక్తి శ్రద్ధలతో చేసుకునేటటువంటి అదృష్టాన్ని మాకు ప్రసాదించండి అమ్మ. శ్రీ మాతాజీ, శ్రీ మాతాజీ, we thank you very much for everything you have given us. Let thy will be done. ప్రణామం చేసుకొని కలెక్టివ్ బంధం తీసుకుందాం. జై శ్రీ మాతాజీ, ఈ ధ్యానం ఇంతటితో ముగుస్తుందండి. ఇంకా ఎవరైనా ఈ ధ్యానాన్ని కొనసాగించాలనుకుంటే సహజ్ మ్యూజిక్ వస్తుందండి, అది వింటూ ఈ ధ్యానాన్ని కొనసాగించవచ్చు. జై శ్రీ మాతాజీ.